Hello, family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video. Guys, today on Edwin Talk, right? I want us to take a moment and appreciate all of the hard work your boy have been doing for the past year. And today is a celebration, right? A celebration of our 500 video on this channel. Now I know I just made a video about my portfolio, but I mean, it's if you have a portfolio like I do, and you pay attention to your money like I do, then maybe you probably will do a video every day because you pay attention to your portfolio every day. But if you don't, then some people don't care. But I appreciate the guys who watch the video day in and day out, right? Who looking for somewhere they can look pay attention to and see, hey, this guy is doing what's right for himself. I can watch it and get motivated to invest in my future. Because that's the bottom line, guys. I come over here every day, talk about my portfolio on the days that it's done good and on the days that it's bad. Okay? I mean, this week was kind of up and down, but for the most part, right? Yesterday, we made some decent money in the portfolio, right? And like I said, we still got 2 more weeks to go. So in those 2 weeks, there is a possibility that we can make another $4,000 a week, right? And still come out on top to where we at $28,000 for this month. Now anything is possible. Then again, we could do 2,000 a week, and we're still gonna be at $24,000, right? That's still better than I expected. And for the upcoming months, right? November, December, it's going to be interesting, guys. It's definitely going to be interesting. I talk about this all the day. It's not financial advice. I just talk about my portfolio. So I don't even have to do that, but I do it anyway because some people are just stupid. So, they'll just be like, oh, this guy is doing this. Let me do it. Some people are just dumb as bricks, okay? But then again, there's a lot of smart people out there, that sometimes we get the guidance and stuff. We watch the video and put two and two together and say, okay, well, this might work for me. This might not work for me. I'm going to try it this way and I'm going to try it that way and see how things go. Right. But, if people know the future, then everybody will be rich. Right. So with that said, guys, I just want to say thanks again to all of you guys for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you watch the content, and if you like 1 second of the content, even whatever is our weekend income review video or my regular video that I make every single day, subscribe to the channel because we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers, well, 3,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We got 2,460 plus, right? We've been on that 2,460 plus. It seems like for a minute now. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, shoot your boy some love and subscribe to the channel. If you appreciate what I'm doing out here, trying to motivate people to invest in the financial future, subscribe to the channel, like the content, share the content, try to motivate other people to invest, especially the people that always have an excuse, right? Like, oh, I need to have this amount of money. Prime example, my cousin, his close friend, right? He watched the channel from time to time, so he might see this video. He like, man, we were in Colombia, right? In Cartagena, doing our boys thing, hanging out, having a good time. And my cousin was like, yo, bro, I need to buy this, buy this, buy that. So we talked about it. Yeah, it's look decent. You can put it in your portfolio. And I said, but we need to talk about, how you evaluate these different things and have some other valuable stuff in your portfolio. He was like, yo, man, what I'm gonna do is I got some money coming in, $50,000, $60,000, whatever. I'm selling my house. Once this money come in, I'm gonna book a flight. I'm gonna come back to Cartagena. I'm gonna have some fun in Cartagena. And also, I want you to show me how to invest. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. I said, why don't you just fly me to Canada? Instead of you paying your money to come out here, fly me to Canada. I can come to Canada because I've never been to Canada. Okay, I said I can come to Canada, spend a couple days in Canada. We can do all this stuff here, and you can still go to your regular job and make some more money. He's like, nah. I was like, anyway. Long story short, he got the money, and he spent the money on something else. Okay, spend the money on something else, and the money is gone. Can you imagine if he had said, you know what, I got 50 grand at this point, right, when he got that fund, even if he had put 10 grand into the market, it could have went up, it could have went down, but he would have something invested, right, that could be bringing him a couple $100 a month, right, with that 10 grand if he's in something safer. Something more riskier, that's different. But something safer, for a beginner, I would say put your money in something safer because you don't have the time to pay attention to your portfolio every day because you got your job, you got all the life happening. So this little money is not priority for you, right? But can you imagine if he had put that 50 grand, right, into some funds, decent funds, JP, JQ, SHD, maybe 5 funds, and just put that money in there, that 15 grand, okay? He could have been making some money, right? Probably like $500 a month from that 50 grand. Now, I know some people are like, man, that's not a lot of money. But if it's money that you don't need, now you can watch that compound. When you get that money, interest, that money every month, like SGSD, you pay every 3 months. But that money that comes in every month, right? You can put that into something else. I got like 10,000, maybe 11,000, 12,000 JPJQ, each one of those. And between the two of those guys, I'm getting, I think, like $80, $90 a month between those two. So can you imagine having 50 grand, right, and put it in and split it up between those 3 funds and add a couple more funds in there, like maybe what else? RB, those RBO, SUSD is like under 5%, JBJQ. Those 5 funds, man, I think you can generate close to $500 a month from 50 grand. Even if you put 10 grand into each one of those. But I won't just put 10 grand into each one of those. I probably put most of my money into JP and JQ, right? And then put 5 grand into the other ones, right? I put like 5 grand. RB, I put 5 grand. SHD, I'll put 5 grand, right? And then the rest of the money, I'll put that in JP. So you got 15 grand in the other funds, and you got like $45,000, $45,000, or $35,000 in the JP. Right? You can do half, or you put 20 grand in one, and you put the other 15 grand, in the other. Right? And then as that money coming in, you got nothing else to do. You just let that money sit there and work for you. Right? People say, yo, man, and this story is it's funny, but it's his true story. Right? So I get a lot of people, they'll be like, yo man, you that guy who talk about investment, that guy, the African guy. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Oh man, yeah, I want to invest. I'm like, okay, whenever you're ready, you can watch the content, it's free. You can watch the content, I make videos. You watch the content, it's free. No, I need to talk to you. Well, you're gonna have to pay. Right? You're gonna have to pay me for my time. Now, all right, let me move this guy over here to the side. You're gonna have to pay me for my time. And most people, believe it or not, they want free advice. Free. They want you to give them that freebie, right? But they don't want to do nothing for you. Now my hourly rate based on my portfolio has dropped to $33.56 an hour. But I still charge $50 an hour. If you want my one-on-one time, it's $50 an hour. Some people charge $50 30 minutes, but I do it for an hour because I sometimes can be long-winded and I like to take my time to make sure people understand, showing them some of the basics. We gotta go through your finance. We gotta go through how you spend your money. What's your reason for investing? Because you see somebody doing that, oh yeah, I can do that. Yes, you can do it, but it takes discipline, right? How long do you want to do this? I mean, those are some of the questions I will ask you, right? How you pay your bills? How much extra money do you have to invest? Because you can't say, you know what, I'm going to take my whole rent, my whole cardinal money, put it into the market, and then guess what? I'm going to wait till that money come back. No. I mean, you might pay $50 for something that pays 50 cents every month or every week. Like we got a lot of weekly stuff out there now. So that is not equivalent to your money you're gonna be making to pay your bills. So this takes time. It takes time. Especially for the new guys, I tell you guys all the time, your risk level, put it in something that's not as risky and build up from there. Okay? Because if you don't do that, you're gonna have problems. You're definitely gonna have problems because you're not paying attention to your portfolio. You don't know how to track stuff. You don't understand what's going on. So you want to always go into stuff that is not risky. It's going to pay less, yes. It might take you 3 months, 4 months to understand because once you understand, then you can go crazy. Okay? Once you understand, you can go crazy. Now, I use these trackers to kind of get me motivated, but as you can see, we already generated $20,000 so far this month. So this thing is definitely going to be off. But this thing it based on what I have in my portfolio, what kind of changes I'm going to make. It doesn't understand that, right? And a lot of these yield max stuff now, positions pay every week. So of course, this changed the whole trajectory of this whole tracking system because this is like the second week, right, of the weeklies. All of this, everything else that's paying weekly. So I don't know how frequently this tracker is going to update to that, but guys, it is a good thing, right? Like I said, if you understand the risk, it's important because you can't lose money. As you guys have seen, I have lost some money, even though I made money. I made more than I lost, but still, you know, for me, I feel like I've lost money. Okay, because if I put in $200,000, that pays me $100,000 every month, right? But then my principal goes down to where I'm not recovering money, then I am losing money. Okay? But we have made some money in some of the stuff and we lose some money in some of the stuff. But overall we have made money, which is key. The overall we've made some cash and yeah, so guys, the bottom line is you gotta understand the risk because there is a possibility that you can lose your shirt. Okay? And I don't want you to say, oh well, he said I should do this. No, I'll show you the basics. I might give you a couple of things that are safer. I say, yeah, you can put your money, you can invest in here. I know you got to worry about erosion. You can invest in those. Like a couple of things that I call. You don't have to worry about erosions. Visa, plus Costco. Those are some companies you got to worry about erosion. But I mean, more expensive, right? The Microsoft, um, the Teslas, Nvidia. Those guys, you can invest in those things. Some of them don't pay dividend, some of them pay dividend very little. Dividend, right? So if you need income, you have to learn, right, what works. What amount of income do you need? You need to get that 100% return, but then lose 75% of your return in erosion. You want to do that, or you want to get 40% return and get all your 40%. I choose the latter, right? I want to keep my money and see my stuff grow, right? Even though sometimes we make decisions that is not good for us, but that is the bottom line, guys. Okay, so you gotta think about all those things when you decide you want to highlight your boy. Okay, I show you guys these things here not to brag, but just to say, hey, I am investing every single day. You see, I'm investing. I got stuff coming in tomorrow. Okay, we got stuff coming in tomorrow. Um, And that's what we do. We invest, we make money every day while we sleep. We got a regular job that takes care of us, pay our bills. But this here is there to help when the regular job cuts you loose, right? When it cuts you loose for whatever reason and you have nowhere else to turn, you have money coming in. So guys, this is what I mean. This portfolio here is my car portfolio. My big boy portfolio that takes care of everything else, that pays all of the bills, right? That I know you guys can hear my little girl making a lot of noise right now. But this year pay all the bills, take care of everything when I'm when I need extra money. When I'm paying off debts, right? This is where that money come from. Paying off extra bills. This is where the extra money come from every month. Okay, because I don't got nowhere to get it from, but over here is where that money come from. Now, this up and coming, right? This gonna be like my regular live out of your portfolio type portfolio risk one right here. So the fact that it's smaller, we got less than $5,000 in here, that's generating close to $2,000 a year, which is good, right? I like that. Okay, 170 something dollars a month, that can pay a lot of bills. And guys, this right here, if I can double, if I can get this to $1,000 to pay bills, this right here would suffice me living in Colombia and not have to worry about nothing with just $1,000 a month. Okay, just $1,000 a month. This right here, this portfolio right here, I'll be in heaven. So I just need to get this thing. By the time this portfolio get to 20 grand, 25,000 dollars, we should be surpassed that. So it's a work in progress. The same for my boys in the hood portfolio. This portfolio here for you new guys, this is my daughter's tuition portfolio. Even though I move all the money out of here into my big boy portfolio, right? I move all the cash out of here into that portfolio because of margins, right? So, but this is where we are now. So this thing got only $3,000 in there, and we at $1,300. So about $114 a month. I mean, it's not going to pay nobody tuition. It might pay my daughter's tuition in Colombia to go to private school, but that's about it. That's not even enough to pay her tuition. I think I need to get this to another $200 a month. That's enough to pay her tuition for private school in Colombia. So I mean, we doing good. But overall combined, you guys can see 5 grand a week is nothing to 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 feel bad about. Okay, that's some people's salary right there in a whole month. And right now we bring that in a week and daily, man. This daily right here, kick butt, $800 a day. Um, I remember the time we're bringing over $1,000 a day, right? So it was like almost $2,000 a day. But guys, it is what it is. So to not make this video long, guys, on our 500 video anniversary, I just want to say again, thanks to you guys. Thanks to all of you guys who have supported this channel and who getting value from this channel. Okay, I just want to say thanks to you guys for all your support. The goal on this channel, we say this all the time, is to create financial independence, men and women that want to travel and live abroad, live outside the United States. Okay, this is what this channel is about. Okay, I made this out of this channel for brothers, but sisters, you guys are welcome because financial independence is important to every last one of us. Okay, so you do what works for you. You can say this is whatever it is, how you guys call it, scam, all that good stuff. That's your business. But I know if God forbid I was to get laid off tomorrow, at least I'll be able to feed my family if I just have to look for another job with this $5,000 a week that we're getting out of this portfolio right now. Even though I know we're doing a little bit more than 5,000 a week, but I will be able to live off of that and still grow my other portfolio like I'm trying to do right now. So, guys, like I said, do what works for you. But this is what I've been doing for the last 5 years, and by the grace of God, many more years to come, as I've built multiple millions, right, multiple millions on this here interweb, right before your eyes. Okay, right before your eyes. We're gonna build this thing back up slowly, back to 60K a month. Okay, we're gonna build this thing back up slowly back to 60K. We came close to that 60K, 55, 45K, 55, 45K. We kept going back and forth. But I can't remember the one time we hit 50K, I mean 60K a month. I know we came close a couple of times. Now, might have forgotten, but I can't remember. So I know you guys love the fact that we are here making money, regardless. And we don't have a lot of money invested. When I tell people I make $50,000 a month, they're like, yeah, monopoly money. Guys, this is monopoly money, right? That's why I pay my bills with monopoly money. But people don't understand. If you understand monopoly, then you are winning in real life because it's the same process, guys. Okay? It's the same process. Okay? But I'm not going to talk so much today because I am tired. I got a headache. But I had to make this video today because you guys know I make a video every day. And I am traveling to Africa next month. So I don't know how we're gonna do this. I might have to create some videos and have it sitting there waiting for you guys, just motivating you guys to continue to invest. Um, because I am traveling on the weekend. So uh, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, kind of like the way I did come here. So I'll be on vacation then. I'm gonna take some vacation time from my regular job, so I don't have issues. But I'm still gonna be working. But that way, if stuff goes on, I got 4 or 5 hours to where I can respond. Now when I'm working. But guys, have an amazing, amazing Sunday, and we're gonna do this again tomorrow. Hopefully, we have a better week in the market than we did last week. Okay, love you guys. Peace.